We're going to talk about grip, aim, stance, and posture, and how all those things are affected by our body, right? Our body dictates what our golf swing is going to look like. So if we know your physicality, we can coach you in a much better fashion. Let's start with the grip. Everybody has a grip that will naturally spread the club face through impact. You just have to figure out what yours is. Neutral grip kind of looks like that. We see two knuckles there, the V's to the trail shoulders, and then the trail hand is going to be in a similar fashion with that V pointing to the trail shoulder. Now, when it comes to aim, we have to make sure that we align the club with the bottom leading edge, and we want to make sure that club face stays nice and square to our target line. If it's this way, it's going to be closed. If it's this way, we call it open. And then from there, we want to talk about stance. Stance is important because we have to be able to rotate in this golf swing. The wider the stance, the more difficult it is to rotate, and we end up with too much lateral side slide and sway motion. So the stance for iron shots, like this one right here, we like to try to keep our feet about armpit width apart from there. Okay, so then down the line, we want to start to talk about some of that alignment in the posture and how that dials in. We turn to the side here, and you can see in the down the line view, we always shoot our cameras. If you're going to shoot some video for some people, always shoot directly at the hands so we can really see all of these angles. We'd like to have our feet, our knees, our hips, and our shoulders parallel to our target line. Okay? That's going to set you up for success and the best opportunity for hitting a shot right down your target. Now, from here we also notice that there's a bit of a adjustment in the hands. The right hand is lower than the left on the golf club. Don't reach out over here because then your shoulders will be open. If you reach out underneath here, that's going to align your shoulders with your feet and your target line. Now, you just noticed that there's a little bit of a spine tilt going on there. So those are some things that we need to know. Can you physically move? Do you have hip mobility? Do you have structural stability throughout the rest of this physicality to be able to pull these things off? Can you maintain your posture in your golf swing at 100 miles an hour? Right? So we have to have a good idea of what that posture is going to look like. So in the posture category, we take the club, put it right across here, shoulder blades back and down, stand up nice and tall, hinge forward, try to get a nice flat back as best we can. You can see even I have a little bit of curvature in my upper spine there. So I'm constantly working on that to try to neutralize that so I can be as athletic as I can through the golf shot. You also may notice that I have a tendency to kind of tuck my pelvis under a little bit there. So that lumbar spine has to be neutral to really optimize our athletic performance. Super important to get all these things correct, but if you do, I promise you, you'll be on your way to hitting better shots very quickly.